Today we are going to learn accounting principles, concepts and conventions. It is presented by B. Sharad Reddy, first time professor of commerce from GDC Kamareddy. For this accounting principles and concepts and conventions, first we have to learn. Before that, we have to learn the accounting terminology, because without understanding the terminology of accounting language, we couldn't understand accounting principles or concepts and conventions. So please, first we go through all the some simple terminologies related to accounting. By this lesson, after completion of this lesson, the main objective of this video is to student should be conversant with the following basic terminologies of accounting: basic accounting, basis of accounting, accounting principles, accounting concepts and conventions. So by listening this video, students can able to understood and able to understand what is meant by concepts and what is the main difference between principles, concepts and conventions. So for that we have to study some terminologies first. For accounting, we need accounting arises because of business transaction. Every business has certain transactions. These transactions will require some accounting record or bookkeeping some transactions. So what is meant by business transaction? First, business transaction means it is a exchange of money for goods and service between two parties. Whatever exchange has been taken place between two parties, seller and buyer. So first, if it is a business transaction, it is needed exchange of goods and services. Whether it is a goods or services, it is not a problem. So for goods, we take sales, so fee in the form of rendering services, we will charge some fees. So that is called a business transaction. In business transaction, again classified into two different types. One is cash transaction and another one is a non-cash transactions and credit transaction. What is cash transaction? While we are doing any transaction, we pay some cash through cash basis. By paying cash, we buy or sell a goods. That is called cash transactions. And every business need not only cash transactions, every business needs credit transactions also, because unless and until there is no credit transaction, there is no expansion of business will happen. So for that, credit transactions, what is meant by credit transaction means it payment of receipt of money is postponed to a certain future date. It is maybe 1 month or 2 months, below 1 year maybe. That is called credit transactions. And another transaction is non-monetary transactions. There is no exchange of money or no credit transaction, though that is called non-monetary transactions. So next we will move to next slide. What is meant by goods? What is meant by goods? The commodities, articles which the trader deals, the business people produces goods or trading goods. So this is in the hands of traders, in the hands of business people. They generally buy and sell goods. These are the goods. So in the process of production or maybe any service. So and another term is a profit. What is meant by profit? Everyone knows what is meant by profit is income over expenditure. Income minus expenditure equal to profit. There is a profit again this divided classified into operating profit and non-operating profit. Through business, whatever profit we are earning through business transaction, that is called operating profit. Other than operating profits, there is other expenses also there. So for that expenses we have to calculate non-operating profit. So and again normal gain, abnormal gain, income. What is mean by income? So next we will move to next slide. What is mean by asset? Asset in general time, what is any property or any kind owned by a business is called asset. Again assets are classified into different types. Fixed assets, again fixed assets are classified into tangible assets and intangible assets. What is mean by fixed assets? Fixed assets is the long term purchase assets. These are the properties for these properties value use more than 1 year. అంటే మనం స్థిరాస్తులు అని కూడా అంటాం వీటిని మనం తెలుగులో అయితే. స్థిరాస్తుల యొక్క వినియోగం అనేది 1 సంవత్సరం కంటే ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. వేరాజ్ ఇన్ కరెంట్ అసెట్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ స్థిరాస్తులు అనుకోవచ్చు, ప్రస్తుత ఆస్తులు. వీటి యొక్క వినియోగం అనేది 1 సంవత్సరం కంటే తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. సో దీస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ కరెంట్ అసెట్స్. for example, for fixed assets, machineries, buildings, properties, any long term investments, these are called fixed investment assets, whereas current assets is called debtors or closing stock, and another one is bills of bills receivable. These are another any incomes which are receivable. These are called current assets. And what are the fictitious? Again tangible assets, which is we can see what is mean by fixed assets. Again classified into 2 types. Tangible assets, tangible asset which can we touch and feel the asset, which is by eye view we can touch and feel. These are the tangible assets like furniture, land, building. Whereas intangible asset, these are for example copyrights, patents. These are called intangible assets. What is liabilities? The amount payable by the business to others. The business organization has to pay some payable to other people for taking loans from outside, in the form of long term loans or short term loans. If it is a long term loans, it is called fixed liabilities, whereas short term loans is called current liabilities. For more than less than 1 year we have to pay. In less than 1 year it is called current liabilities. If we pay more than for the period of more than 1 year, it is called fixed liabilities. So other one is contingent liabilities, contingent liabilities. So next slide we move to next slide. What is net worth? Whatever in our organization we have excess of assets over liabilities is called net worth. Next one, capital. What is mean by capital? Capital is nothing but the total amount invested by the owner into the business in the form of loans, or if it is a sole proprietor organization, the owner will invest the whole amount or by investment. Whereas in partnership, whereas in companies, they generally go for shares, issuing of shares. They collect investment by issuing of shares. So what is mean by capital? Capital is nothing but asset minus liabilities. What are the drawings? If it is drawings is nothing but whatever owner uses for their personal use. If the owner withdraws any money or goods or assets from the business for his or her personal use, that is called drawings. So again, a debtor, we know debtor is nothing but a current asset, a person who owes a money. By doing credit transactions, company, any organization, if they have done any credit transaction in their company, automatically it arises debtors and creditors. Generally, a business organization has to buy some material to production, or they do also credit transactions from their producers or buyers, they buy some material in the form of credit, automatically the company has to pay the company liability will increase. This creditor is nothing but current liability. Okay, so in expenditure also there are certain types of expenditures are there. Any organization, business organization, they do expenditure. The expenditure again is classified into different types. It is maybe capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, and deferred revenue expenditure. What is capital expenditure is nothing but whatever organization they buy, generally they buy fixed assets for long term use. Whatever they do expenditure for long term use, it is called capital expenditure. Whatever organization they do expenditure for the sake of generation of revenue nothing but the expenses which the expenditure is in the form of revenue, in the form of means the whatever the expenditure there is like is whatever they do expenditure is for less than 1 year. So whatever do the expenditure for paying salaries, paying rent, for normal day-to-day transactions, to run a company, to run an organization, every organization needs certain money, certain expenditure to for short-term purposes. These expenditures are called revenue expenditure. Again, deferred revenue expenditure is nothing but expenditure. It is actually these expenditure is in the nature. Its nature is capital, but that for example, expenditure for advertisement expenses. For example, you take advertisement expenses. Advertisement expenses generally we do we write in the these are revenue expenditure. It is the nature is revenue, but their value may be 1 or more than 5 years. By whatever we do expenditure on advertisement, the return is not only confined to 1 year, it may be more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like that. So these are the different types of expenditures. Again, let us move to discount. What is a discount? Is basically concession is given by the seller to buyer, maybe in the form of cash discount and trade discount. So what is mean by solvent, insolvent? Okay, what is mean by accounting year? So for every organization, every business organization has to write transaction for certain period to know their profits. For that they have to maintain certain period, right? Certain period is for 12 months. Every business organization or non-profit organization has to write for 12 months as taken as a one accounting year. 12 months from it is from January to December, maybe it is from April to March 31st, June 1st to maybe you take from July 1st to June 30. So whatever year you take, but generally every organization follows the whatever government of India has given a financial year, because for the sake of writing accounts easy, they do normally follow financial year as a accounting year. So trading concern. What is trading concern? Not for profit concern. Goodwill. What is it? Goodwill is nothing but it is a whatever company earns in the form of name, their goodwill. So goodwill also is a fixed asset. Next we will move to next slide. And again, while we write in accountings, there are certain 3 types of basis of accountings are there. One is cash basing account, and another one is accrual basis accounting, another one is mixed basis accounting. And if any organization writes only they write cash transactions only. That type of accounting is called cash basis accounting. Generally these cash based accounting follows generally uh, service organizations. Generally they do cash basis of accounting. Accrual basis in this accounting, in accrual basis generally they write cash basis, generally they write credit transactions. Whatever they do transaction, the cash cash transactions, not only cash transaction, they write a credit transaction. Means if it is an arise, if whenever so for example take for example you take in accrual basis concept, what happens when we sell the goods, immediately there is a cash has come or not, that is not important for any for organization. There immediately if it is arise, then automatically they write. And another one is mixed concept. Accrual basis is from cash and credit, and both transactions will write them, whereas mixed accounting there is another type of accounting basis of accounting. And another concept is generally accepted accounting principles. It is GAAP. Is every organization, every business organization has to, if they write following their accounting according to the accounting principles, they follow GAAP principles. These are the standards and procedures that companies use while preparing their financial statement. If it is any company, any organization, any business organization has, while they are writing accounting, they have to follow the GAAP rules. What are the sources of GAAP? Company law, accounting standards are related to document of ICA, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and SEBI. They all, while framing these GAAP, they keep on mind these laws, establishment conventions. These are all while they do transactions, they keep in mind while they do transactions, writing transactions. Every organization has to follow these GAAP principles. Next slide. What is accounting principles? These accounting principles are fundamental concepts of accounting. If we want to learn accounting, we have to learn first accounting principles. Unless and until we learn we cannot take a step further. So for that we have to first every while if you want to write any accounts, if you want to learn accounting, so first you need to learn principles or the guidelines to establish standards. These again standards for sound accounting practices and reporting the financial status and periodic performance of business. To know the business performance and financial performance or anything, you have to learn first accounting principles. These accounting principles are categorized as accounting concepts and conventions. Again, these principles are classified into two types. Okay. So okay, we will learn what is concept. First we have to look after that. What is concept? What is the main difference between concept and convention? Concepts, it may be considered as basic assumptions or conditions upon which the science of accounting is based. These are the fundamental concepts which have been approved by the Institute of Chartered Accountants India. Every business organization, while they are writing accounts, they have to follow these concepts. If they deviate from these concepts, these accounting principles, or whenever it is deviated, that would not that would have not been show the actual financial position of the firm. If any firm or any business organization accounts, if it is they unable to follow this concept, they couldn't show actual performance, financial performance of their organization or firm. Next, what are the accounting convention? The conventions is denote circumstances or traditions which guide the accountants. Actually, the concepts has to follow, but these conventions are which are developed by the process. In the process, everyone has to, they are following. Suppose some conventions is not mandatory. Actually, they it is not mandatory, but while any company, while they are writing from year by years, from they have developed them conventions. Suppose these has to keep in mind while they are writing accounts, but these are not compulsory. Conventions are not compulsory, I think. Convention has to, these are the customs which are developed by the traditions which are developed by the organizations. So next, okay, we will next move on to accounting. What I mean by accounting concept, there are different types of concepts are there. The first one is business entity concept. What is business entity concept? In the view of while we are view of accounting, organization entity is different, owner is different. While we are writing any accounts, we have to think like that. First we have to the owner is a we, while we are writing any balance sheets, we write owner's capital in the side of liability. Why? The owner has invested his money in organization. That means the owner is different and organization. For these business entity concepts, for example, we are writing drawings. What is mean by drawings? Drawings means owner using for his personal use any money or goods. We are writing in the drawing side. We are deducting from capital. That means the organization belongs to owner, but while we are writing in accounts, we have to categorize, divide. We have to think like that business organization is different and the owner, and then only it will appear good final actual results of the organization. Next, money measurement concept. What mean by money measurement concept? If you want to write any transaction, business transaction, first it should be in the form of it should be measured by in the form of money. Otherwise, we couldn't write transaction. We don't have to write. Whichever transaction has been taken place, the transaction has to be measured in the form of money. Then only we will write. Then only you have to consider that is as a business transaction. So, for example, if you for example, any employee of the organization has worked more than 2 hours. Normally they work 10 hours. Now I have worked today more than 1 hour. How will you write this transaction? You couldn't write, because it is you may not be measure these in the form of money. Every organization do some service, so some aspects in the organizations are we generally we unable to measure in the form of cash. Then that transaction has to be excluded from the accounting transactions. So again, and next one is going concern concept. Every accountant has to think every business organization is permanent. It will run ever and forever. You have to think like that, and otherwise you may not be able to write transactions. For example, on the basis of going concern concepts only, we classified assets into fixed assets and current assets, because we have to think the organization is runs permanently. Every organization has to think like that. Then only we will write uh, going accounts. Okay, the next, cost concept. Cost, whenever you do in a transactions, whenever you incur some cost, then only you have to write in the transactions, accounting transaction. Otherwise you have to exclude from that cost whatever you are incurred expenditure, that in, incurred expenditure has to write. Don't assume that that will happen on that day 1 year before 2 months the cost whatever, don't take the money value. Whatever you are incurred expenditure in cost, you have to write that only. So and the next one is the dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept is the most important. On the basis of dual aspect concept only, what dual aspect concept only we are this accounting system has depended total on the dual aspect concept. What is meant by dual aspect concept? Dual as every business transaction as every in every business transaction there is a two transactions has been taken place. One is giver and one is a taker. One is credit transaction, one is a debit transaction. There are every transaction there is behind of every transaction there are two. One is debit and one is credit. So we have to in accounting, while you are writing any transaction, you have to think that in every transaction, behind every transaction there is a one debit and one credit. Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So like that, on the basis of dual aspect concept only, the journal entry system, normally this journal and double entry system has depended totally on the dual aspect concept only, because it is a basis of dual aspect concept is a total base of accounting system. Okay, next next one is accounting period. What is accounting period? Earlier in first slide we discussed what is account. Every organization has to write their transactions for 12 months. Accounting period is nothing but 12 months. So another one is matching concepts. Every one is in every transaction there is a matching. Every cost and revenue matching concept. Realization, objective of evidence, accrual concept. These are the not very mainly first six. Whatever we have learned in first six concepts is most important in accounting. And another one is accounting conventions. Conventions has to follow every organization. It is not mandatory, but every organization has to keep in mind these conventions. First one is consistency. Every organization has to follow the same rules and regulations in every year. Every organization has to do. Suppose for example in depreciation, while we are calculating depreciation, every year we have to maintain some consistency in writing consistency in depreciation methods. Suppose fixed, suppose there are certain types of depreciation method. This year we have used fixed installments method. Again next year we are doing depreciation calculation on the diminishing method. So what happens if every year we are going to change the different policies? There is a problem arises if we compare with previous year and the current year. Then there is a problem. What happens? We are unable to compare. because yes, the previous year we have followed some different methods, this year we have followed different methods. So what happens, we cannot compare with results of profit. Suppose last year profit, because there is a lot of difference. For that there is a lot of ambiguity will take place. For that we have to follow consistency methods. Every year we have to follow same methods. Then only we can compare results. Okay, so this is the first consistency. Rules and regulation has to be followed every year, see, has to be uniformly. Next one is full disclosure. Every organization has to disclose their accounting statements to their customers or different stakeholders, because it is a mandatory for every institution has to disclose their information to their stakeholders. If we want to if we want to any information if you want to do any information they want to cheat their customers, what happens, on the basis of their financial statements only, in company form of business, on the statements of financial statements only they invest their money in the company. If they want to they do not want to disclose their information, what happens, automatically whatever the investors are loss, that loss has to be that is also in the form of, for example, we know in our Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, one is Satyam Computers. What they have done, they do not disclose their financial statement, actual financial statement. What happened, automatically the what happens, their shareholders lost, and their employees also lost their job. This is the what happens if we want to unable do not want to disclose. So he is also example of disclosure concept. Every organization has to disclose their financial statements every year. And conservatism is also important convention. What happens, every organization has to maintain some reserves for their future, because every year we may not expect profits. It may be happen some extreme situations. Suppose in current situation, what happened, in current situation, pandemic situation, what happened, there is a from 2 months of lockdown has been declared by our government. What happened, the companies automatically shut down their activities. In that crucial situations, what happens, if they have reserves, in future we may not expect what happens tomorrow, day after tomorrow. For that automatically what happens, we cannot expect every year profits. For that we have to maintain certain reserves to prevent that losses. This situation has to, for this we have to maintain some reserves. Okay, for if we have some reserves, good reserves from every year in profit, we have to convert our profits into reserves. What happens, definitely there is a and these critical situations, they maintain their transactions. They are in a position to, if they have good reserves, they are in a position to pay their salaries to employees, or they can maintain their fixed expenditure. So every company has to expect their whatever transaction has been taken, whatever the reserves, every company has to maintain certain reserves for their future unforeseen losses. Okay, one and another one is materiality, another condition. Okay, we will move on to next slide. Okay, we will another one is what is accounting equation. Accounting equation is nothing but assets equal to liabilities, assets equal to liabilities plus capital. We have to keep in mind accounting equation is most important. Assets equal to liabilities plus capital. In balance sheet there is a assets equal to liability. Okay, we have some exercises also here. You are required to complete the gaps in the following table. Assets, one organization assets are 25,000, liabilities 3,600. What is capital? We know the equation, accounting equation, assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, then we on the basis of equation you have to solve these you have to solve this problem. You can easily solve this problem by keeping in mind kept in mind the accounting equation, whatever accounting equation is there. Assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, accounting equation exercise. Another one is Krishna standard with business cash is another exercise. Okay, Krishna started with cash 1 lakh, borrowed from Anil 50,000, paid salary 20,000, purchased goods on credit 40,000, received interest 25,000. While we are doing accounting equation, Krishna started with cash. What happens? Automatically, the cash is inflow taken place. Cash in the form of capital. Krishna is a owner. He has invested in the business in the form of cash. Rupees 1 lakh. Automatically, in business the cash is cash data to capital Krishna capital account. Capital is coming in the form of cash and borrowed from Anil from 50,000. These are the transactions. Different time by this we do exercise. Okay. So from this lesson we learned some concepts of what is meant by business transaction. So what are the different types of accounting terminologies and what are the basis, the three different types of basis of accounting. One is cash accounting and another one is actual basis and mixed basis accounting. What are the certain principles and concepts? What are the accounting principles? Whatever principles, what is meant by what are the principles, fundamentals principles we have learned from this one. And these are the accounting concepts we learned from accounting concept, business entity concept, money measurement concept, going concern concept, cost concept, dual aspect concept, accounting period concept. These are the different types of concepts. And another one is we have learned these are the fundamental concepts. Every organization has to follow these concepts. And what are the accounting conventions? Every organization has to maintain certain conventions, consistency, disclosure and conservatism and materiality. So accounting equation is another concept. Every while we are preparing financial statements, there are three different types of financial statements are there. In that last one, balance sheet is more important for every organization. Every organization has to write their liabilities left side and assets to right side. For that, while we are writing concepts, transactions also, we have to follow this rule, assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Here we have provided certain exercise also. Assets 25,000, liability 3,600. What is capital? 25,000 minus 3,600 equal to 21,400 is the capital as invested in the company. Another one is there, 56,000 is asset and the liability is 9,800. Okay, by deducting from 56,000 minus 9,800, you will get capital. And another one, 33,600 is assets and capital. So by assets, okay, here you have to assets minus capital, you will get liabilities. And fourth one, assets minus capital, you will get liability, and assets equal to liabilities plus capital, you have to add 12,600 plus 38,000, you will get automatically, you will get assets. Okay, 20, and next one also same. So by this lesson, this video lesson, you will come to know what is different types of fundamentals concepts. Whatever you have learned, you have to go through some different types of reference books also you have to follow. Whatever in this lesson, you have any doubts, I will clarify in next lesson, next class. So whatever, thanks for listening for 45 minutes of lesson, 45 minutes for that. We are great thankful to you by watching my video. I will come with another concept for lecture from tomorrow. So please watch my video. If you have any doubts, contact and provide feedback. If you have any doubt, just ask me in the form of mails or mails and WhatsApp also. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much for everyone.